The Supreme Court today ordered the release of Rajiv Gandhi's killers, Perarivalan, after 31 years in jail. His release was ordered after considering his good conduct in prison, medical education, medical record, his educational qualifications, and the long pendency since December 2015 of his mercy plea. As he walked out a free man, he thanked his parents who fought against what he called was injustice against him. Listen, viewers, he never accepts that he is guilty, even though he was convicted and sentenced to death. But he comes out and says, I'm innocent. Listen in.
இறுதியில் நீதி வென்று இருக்குது. அதுதான் வேற ஒன்றும் இல்லை. அதுதான் அம்மாவுடைய உழைப்பு, அம்மாவுடைய முகத்தில் நான் மகிழ்ச்சியை பார்க்குறதா எனக்கு கிடைச்ச மிகப்பெரிய பேராக நான் நினைக்கிறேன். இல்லை, அது ஒரு 31 ஆண்டு கால அனுபவம். அது ஒரு பேட்டியின் மூலமாக அதை சொல்ல முடியும்னு எனக்கு தோணலை. நிச்சயமாக சந்தர்ப்பங்கள் வரும்போது நிச்சயமாக நான் பகிர்ந்துக்கிறேன். இல்லை, எல்லாருக்கும் நன்றி தான். எல்லாருக்கும் நன்றி சொல்லுவேன். எல்லாருக்கும் நன்றி சொல்லுவேன். நீங்கள் அதை பார்ப்பீங்க. இல்லை, அதை பற்றி எனக்கு ஒன்றும் இப்போதைக்கு எந்த ஐடியாவும் இல்லைங்க. நான் இப்போ தான் வெளியே வந்திருக்கிறேன். இப்போ தான் நான் கொஞ்சம் ஃப்ரீயாக நான் சுதந்திர காற்றை சுவாசிச்சிருக்கிறேன். இனிமேல் தான் பேசி வீட்டில் எல்லாம் கலந்து பேசி நாம் என்ன செய்யலாம், எதிர்கால வாழ்க்கைக்கு எப்படி அமைச்சிக்கலாம்ன்றது நான் இனிமேல் தான் முடிவு பண்ணணும். பெரிய
Well, minutes later, viewers, the state welcomed the decision. The Chief Minister dialed Perarivalan's mother and spoke to her right after his release order came through, something that has irked its ally, the Congress. But listen to Mr. M.K. Stalin, the Chief Minister, who's also purportedly invited Mr. Perarivalan to his residence to meet him. Listen.
வணக்கம் வணக்கம், நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா? சரி, ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம், ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். சரி சரி சரி, வாங்க 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 வாங்க, நன்றிம்மா நன்றி, வாங்க வாங்க. வணக்கம் வணக்கம். நல்லது நல்லது, ரொம்ப ரைட்டு, வாழ்த்து வாழ்த்து.
Remember, Perarivalan is guilty under the eyes of the law. He has served his term in prison, says the Supreme Court, on humanitarian grounds, has been extended leniency. But that doesn't mean that he is an innocent of his crime in conspiring to kill a Prime Minister, no less, of this country. And I want to go across to Manu Sundaram, spokesperson of the DMK, Mr. Vikraman and Narayan Tirupati. Mr. Manu Sundaram will be joining us in 30 seconds, I'm told by Nizam Bhai. That will happen. But Mr. Vikraman, I want to ask you, should the Chief Minister of any state be exulting at the release of a terrorist, of a murderer who helped in the assassination of an Indian Prime Minister?
With due respect, I would like to refute this charge. He is not a terrorist. He is not a murderer. He is an innocent. It is a fabricated case. And the investigation is still in the process.
Says who? Says who?
Okay, former superintendent of police, Mr. Tyagaraj.
I'm talking about the Supreme Court of India. The Supreme Court did not. No, one second. The Supreme Court upheld his death sentence. The Supreme Court came out and upheld his conviction. So I'm asking you, do you not believe the Supreme Court?
The same Supreme Court has released him.
He's released him not because he's innocent. Not because he's innocent. Has the Supreme Court said anywhere we are releasing him because he's innocent? No. He's only been released because he supposedly has served his term. That's all.
See, in the Commission report...
Do not lie, Mr. Vikraman. Do not lie. I'm talking about the Supreme Court. Has the Supreme Court said that he was wrongfully charged, wrongfully booked, wrongfully convicted? Show me where. Show it to me right now.
See, there have been instances.
Tell me to see. Show it to me. Show it to me. Show me right now that he's been absolved of his guilt. Show me where has he been absolved of his guilt. Show me the Supreme Court order. Show it to me. Let's talk facts.
The Supreme Court has released him. What is your problem now? The Supreme Court has released him.
I'm not saying. No, hang on. He is a convict. He served his sentence and he has done his time. That is why the Supreme Court has released him. Not released him because he's innocent. So I'm asking you, Since you said, Vikraman,
if he is
that he is innocent, you show me where. You show me where it is written that he is innocent by the Supreme Court. Read out the Supreme Court saying that he has been wrongfully convicted by us. Show it to me.
Okay, if he is a convict or if he is a guilty, why would he file in the court asking for the speedy execution of the assassination case? The trial has to be speedily executed, and every 2 months the statement has to be given.
Mr. Vikraman, you said that he is innocent. I want you to tell me where the Supreme Court don't circle around the issue. Get to the issue. You said he's innocent. I want you to tell me where is the Supreme Court said that this man has been wrongfully convicted. Show me. Show me the clause. Show it to me.
Yeah, I'm saying very clearly, you're not listening to me. If he is guilty, why would he ask for the Tada court to give the speedy expedition of this case? And why the CBI should finish the expedition of this case so soon? Why would he want the expedition of the case if he is guilty? And also, the Supreme Court...
What are you saying, Mr. Vikraman? You're not making any sense. You know,
I am making
I thought
sense
a few days back that you were a sensible man.
Answer which I'm saying.
You're a sensible man. Anyhow, let me bring in Mr. Manu Sundaram, spokesperson of the DMK. Is he there? Is he not there? He just switched off his video. Maybe he doesn't want to take my question. I don't know what's happening. Mr. Manu Sundaram, can you hear me? I don't have much time. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear,
okay.
Rahul Shivshankar.
Now, I just want to ask you, Mr. Sundaram, a simple, straightforward question. You see, the BJP wanted Rajauna released in Punjab, which we think is completely out of the question. It's the wrong thing. The BJP wanted another person left out in Punjab. And those are the cases I'm talking about. Now I'm asking you, sir, why is the DMK copying from the same playbook? And why is the Congress today accusing you of appeasing terrorists? Why is the Chief Minister of the state wanting to meet a terrorist? Can you explain?
The person you're talking about, Shivshankar, Perarivalan, has emerged a victor today for many reasons, but not least of all for having trumped both the union government and the governor of the state. Because having served 30 years and having fought a case successfully in the Supreme Court, which goes back to the fundamentals of our constitution, which say
listen,
that
one
any
second,
governor...
Mr. Sundaram, just answer my question, please. You know, I don't want to hear your lectures. I just want to hear a simple answer. This is what the Congress says. The Congress is your ally, right? It's in government with you, yes or no? Yes or no?
No, I don't think you understand the meaning of in
This is what the Congress says, viewers. Forget about what I am saying. Forget about what the court has said. This is what the Congress says, which is the DMK's ally, partner in government. This is what it says. A terrorist is a terrorist and should be treated as one. Deeply pained and disappointed with Supreme Court decision. Those guilty of terrorism freed, who will uphold integrity of law. Unfortunate if government gets killers released for petty politics. Which is the government? The DMK government, their own government. How does this work?
Good. Will you let us speak,
please,
Rahul Shivshankar?
Please, go ahead.
Well, please understand that Perarivalan has served a 30-year term. He's now out today because of the Supreme Court. Now, are you accusing the Supreme Court of playing petty politics? I don't know. Maybe you are bold enough to take on a contempt case, but I am not. The Supreme Court has laid down the law of the land, which puts the governor in its place, which puts the union government in its place. Now, if you think...
Are you saying Mr. Perarivalan is innocent or what he did? Is Perarivalan innocent?
Please understand the substance of the judgment.
I'm asking you, Mr. Manu Sundaram, on principle. Do you believe a person who has served his term out and has done his time...
Have you read the judgment?
Oh, Lord.
Please.
Oh, Lord. We have a problem here. We have a problem here. Manu Sundaram is trying to play the deflection game.
The Supreme Court has spoken.
I'm only asking you, Mr. Sundaram, has he been released? Has he been released with any statement of intent from the Supreme Court to say that he is innocent of his crimes? I just want that answer, yes or no?
Yeah, I don't understand how to explain this to you. He has fought a case under Article 161 of the Constitution. Do you know what that means? What do you mean a statement of intent? Do you understand what the Supreme Court can do under Article 142, Rahul Shivshankar?
I'm asking you, sir, has the Supreme Court decreed him innocent of his crimes? Can you not answer that question? Is it such a problem for you to answer a baseline question tonight?
The law?
I'm asking you, has he been declared innocent of his crimes, Mr. Manu Sundaram? Yes, no.
Sir, when somebody is released...
One second, is your name Mr. Manu Sundaram? Is your name Manu Sundaram, or are you having an identity crisis, Vikraman? I'm speaking to Manu Sundaram, okay? Let's speak to him. Yeah, don't have an identity crisis. Many people have that on my show. Wait a minute. Manu Sundaram, has he been declared innocent of his crimes by the Supreme Court? Can you not answer that question? Yes or no?
Sorry, I don't know if that was an oblique reference to McAdams. But see, Rahul Shivshankar, the question today is not about innocence or otherwise.
You see, viewers, now comes the obfuscation. You see, viewers, in my book, if you're a terrorist, you are a terrorist. If you're convicted as a terrorist, you are a terrorist. You should not be invited by the Chief Minister. You should not be felicitated by the Chief Minister, especially if you played a part in the murder of another Prime Minister. Mr. Stalin should listen to the Congress Party, its own ally. The Congress Party has blamed the Stalin government and the government prior to that for getting killers released for petty politics. That is what the Congress is saying.
Can I comment now?
That is what the Congress is saying about the DMK. Viewers,
can I comment now?
Viewers, no. You can't answer a straightforward question because you know that the next question will be a more direct one. If the person has not been declared innocent, if he remains a terrorist under the eyes of the law, if he remains the killer of a Prime Minister under the eyes of the law, why is he being rehabilitated by the Chief Minister?
Rahul, are you talking about the judgment of today?
I am talking about Mr. Perarivalan, who has walked out because the Supreme Court has released him. Has it given him a clean chit? I'm only asking that question. Why is it so tough for you to answer that question?
I don't think Mr. Rahul Shivshankar has gone through the judgment of this.
It doesn't matter if it is given him a clean chit.
Okay.
That is not for Rahul Shivshankar and Times Now to decide.
That's not for Rahul Shivshankar. You see, viewers, it is a principle that matters. It is a principle that matters. Tomorrow, I'll tell you where this will go. By this logic, Sadhvi Pragya will be given. Now, viewers, 1 minute. Let me just jump in here. 1 second. Yasin Malik, Sadhvi Pragya, any number of other terrorists might be given a clean chit tomorrow by the courts. They may be freed by the courts. That's fine because they've been declared innocent. But viewers, when you serve your time, if you're a rapist, if you're a murderer, you've been convicted of the crime, you're sentenced to a number of years in jail. Once you complete your sentence, you're released. You have a right to be rehabilitated. But in principle, viewers, you remain guilty of that crime. You might have done your time for it. And I'm only asking you, should the Chief Minister be therefore felicitating somebody who has walked out of prison, a convict, in the murder of a Prime Minister, when your own ally is saying that it is wrong, you're doing it for petty politics? Think about that, viewers. For once, the Congress might be standing up for something. I leave it at that.